Okay, in today's tutorial we are going to create this shirt, and I'll be taking step by step for absolute beginners. We're going to create in 3 measure steps. We're going to start like this from back and create one piece for the back, and we're going to come in front and create 2 pieces for the front, 2 identical pieces for the front. Okay, and once that is done, we are just going to go ahead and create our sleeves and do some seamings and create our beautiful collar neck, as you can see, and insert our buttons, and that'll be that. Nothing complicated. After I created the male shirt, I received many orders, and here we have the female shirt, and I'm giving you the various measurements, and at the end of this tutorial I'll be inserting the male shirt, so wait for it. So Shalom crocheters, welcome to my channel ZOE CROCHETR. I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my returning viewers. God bless you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel ZOE CROCHETR. Now we commend your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. We're going to begin our shirt, and you can see that my yarn is not really very thick. It is a lightweight yarn, and I'll be working with 2 hooks. I'll start the 3.5mm size hook, and later on I'll continue with my main hook, the 3mm size hook. Okay, and we're also going to need our measurements. Okay, we're going to need our tapestry needles, we're going to need our stitch markers, and of course we're going to need our scissors. Now I'm working for a size S. Don't bother, I'll put on the screen all the various measurements. Okay, now let's start. To begin, we're going to create our slip knot. And to that ring that we just created, insert a hook, and we're going to start with the foundation chain. Okay, and it is a multiple of 3, and if your chain is much longer, it don't really matters. Okay, now you need to make sure that your hook is flexible around your hook. And now let's begin to make a chain. You want to yarn over and pass it through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to continue this until we have the long chain. Okay, a very long chain. Yep, so let's continue working. Okay, yeah, I've completed my chain, and I have a very long chain here. Of course, this chain is more than my normal measurement. Now let's begin our pattern. And yes, of course, I switch back to my main hook, the 3mm size hook. This is the hook I'm working with. Now to begin, we're going to work this dress in the mesh stitch, using the mesh stitch. Yep, so we are going to skip 4 stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and into the 5th we're going to make our double crochet. Now turn your work, and we're going to work into these middle loops. Okay, you can see we have these middle loops here. You can see these loops in the middle, right? We're going to work in it. If you don't want to work in it, you can just go normal. So we're going to skip this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and into the 5th stitch here we're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, just pull that. Yep, just insert your hook there. Okay, and yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. You're left with 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. This is a double crochet. Now chain 1, and skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch, yarn over and make a double crochet. A mesh stitch, double crochet, chain 1. If you don't want to work here, okay, you can just go like this and work up here normally. But you can see that when we work like this, it gives us a very beautiful edge here, right? Yes. And now yarn over, we have already chained 1. Nice. Yarn over into the next space, the next chain, make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, skip 1 chain, into the next chain, make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, skip 1 chain, into the next chain, make a double crochet, and chain 1, and you're just going to repeat this sequence all through those rows. Okay, and this is what we have so far. Now here I've completed this row number 1, and you can see the nature of the stitch we are working with. It is really not possible for it to be to give you the exact foundation chain number, right? Yeah. And you can see that I went ahead and did an extra of 17 centimeters. I went ahead and did an extra of 17 centimeters, and this is all that is left. This is all that is left. Like seriously, this is all that is left. Now imagine if I had changed exactly 64 centimeters, I will not have it. You see now. So it is good to make like to do this, because I realize that the more we work it, the more it strings. And instead of making the exact number, then you're forced to start over again. Just do this, right? Yeah. And if you want to know inside here, the stitches I worked in, I worked in a total of 185 stitches, and I have a number and I have a total of 100 and I have a total of 92 squares. Of course, this is measuring 64 centimeters. This is the length I need. Now the extra change we're going to cut it, and I'll show you how to do that. So all you need to do is, so you're going to count. All you need to do is count 3 stitches. I'm so sorry for that color. It is a client. I have to do this with this color. I'm so sorry for that. Now you have to count 1, 2, 3. Okay, count 3 stitches from where you stopped. 1, 2, 3, and just cut it off. Okay, cut it off. And now you just come and take this tail. Okay, take this tail, and you can see this tail here. Just pull it, and voila, just pull it off. Okay, and it is soft. I think this is largely better than doing it. It's not enough, you have to start it back again. Now just avert yourself all of that stress and do this. And right now we're going to begin row number 2. To begin row number 2, just turn your work. Okay, just turn your work and come back on that same stitch. You can see, right? Just come on that same stitch, insert your hook on that stitch, insert your hook on that stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops in your hook, pull out 2 loops. This gives you a single crochet. Now you can see we have 2 loops. Come into this first loop in front of you, insert your hook in that first loop, yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops still on your hook, pull out 2 loops. This kind of gives us another single crochet, and this is going to stand for our first double crochet. It just gives us a very good ending here. Yep, you can see this is better. And if you don't want to do this, you go ahead and chain 4 and start. Okay, chain 4 to start the next row. Now this is going to represent our first double crochet. Now chain 1, yarn over, and instead of working in the chain 1 space, work on the stitch. Okay, not in the chain 1 but on the stitch. Now come on that stitch and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, come on the stitch and make a double crochet, chain 1, come on the stitch, yarn over, make a double crochet, and chain 1. So you can see that we are working but on the stitches, not in the chain 1 space. This is just the difference, right? So yarn over, really chain 1, come on that stitch and make a double crochet, and chain 1. And this is the only thing we're going to make all through this row. So just repeat this, and on mutual end of the row tail we're going to close this row. Okay, so keep on working. And there we go. This is what we have so far after row number 2. Now I want to teach you how to close this row. We have here we have this 1 stitch, and we have the 5 stitches that we left here. Let's make the last one here. Let's make a double crochet on that stitch, and now chain 1. And now you can see we have these 5 stitches that we left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, we have these 4 stitches that we left in the beginning, right? We have these 4 stitches. So you're going to count. I'm so sorry for that color. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook on chain number 3, and you're going to allow this one as the 1 chain. Okay, so yarn over and insert your hook in that insert your hook on that chain number 3 on the third chain, yep, and make a double crochet there. Good. And this is how you complete 2 rows. To begin the next row, you always turn your work, no chaining, turn your work and come back in that same stitch and make a single crochet. We're always going to begin the same way and come into the first loop, set your hook, yarn over and pull through and make another single crochet. And if you don't want to do this, just go ahead and chain 4, okay? But I think this is really very beautiful. Yes, and now go ahead and chain 1, yarn over and come on that double crochet and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, come on that stitch and make a double crochet, chain 1, and you're just going to repeat this sequence all through this row. It's really very practical, practical stitch. This is what we call the mesh stitch, right? So keep on working. And now for the person that want to change color, this is what you do. You just come here in this last stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, you have 3 loops on your hook, pull out 2 loops, you're left with 2. Now you have to introduce, now this is when you introduce your second color, okay? So technically you close with this color, so you come over and just close like this, okay? And you can fasten off this yarn. And once that's done, all you do, just turn your work, okay? Turn your work, and you want to bring both tails in front, okay? Bring it in front. That will help you to work along your tails, and come back into that same stitch. And now we are always going to start the same way. As I said earlier, if you don't want to do this, you can just go ahead and make your chain 4, okay? And we'll come into the second loop here, make a single crochet. This is how we always start our rows. And now chain 1, yarn over, and you just repeat the pattern. Make a double crochet, chain 1, come here in the stitch and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, and come and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over and make a double crochet, and chain 1. And yes, this is the only thing we're going to make. So now this is the width of our dress, and as I said, we need 3 panels, right? So the front, all the 3 panels have the same exact length, okay, the same length. Now for the width differs. The back panel, the width of the back panel, I'm working for the size S. My width is measuring 46 centimeters, just the back panel, okay? And now for the front panel, we need 2, and the first front panel needs to measure 23 centimeters, and the second front panel measures 23 centimeters. Once we are done working at 3 panels, I'll meet you and we're going to assemble our dress. Okay, here we are, we have completed our back panel, and of course you can see that it is really very long, so I respected the length and I also respected the width. Now I have 2 panels for the front, and here we have the first front panel. Yep, it has the same length, and now this is the second front panel, exactly as I told you, right? It's just going to come in front like this. I think now it is clear, right? So just follow the instructions and follow the measurements and you have yours, right? And now you want to go ahead and prepare your stitch markers and your needles. Okay, we're going to be using it for sewing. Now the stitch markers, because we're going to mark and going to shape the sleeves, okay, the part for the sleeves. Now let's just do it right now. So the sleeve length will be measuring 18 centimeters, okay? So that will be my sleeve, and in here I'm going to insert my stitch marker. I'm just going to insert my stitch marker. This is 18 centimeters. This is going to be a sleeve, and I'll come and mark here also the same way, and we're just going to start sewing. And one more thing, you want to make sure that this part is on the right side. Okay, you see the flat part of your work, that's the part you're going to put, that's the part that's going to be facing you, right? Yes. So take that into consideration while assembling your work. Let this part be in front like this. Now you're going to start sewing. I'll be sewing from the right side. Okay, I'll be sewing from the right side, and you can choose either you sew it from the back or from the front. It depends on you. Let me show you what I've done already. Now this is what I have already done. So this is what it looks like from the right side, and this is what it looks like from the other side. Okay, so this is what you're going to have. Now let me teach you how to make this. And now you want to make sure your work is aligned. I already said that. Now let's just come. Now go ahead and attach your yarn. Okay, you can see we're working just in the back loops on the inside loop. Just the way you can understand it, please. Just come here, insert your needle. You can see just in that loop, that front loop, the loop that's inside. Sew it, and come on this other side. Sew it. You want to make sure your work is aligned. Okay. And one tip for you: don't be in the haste to finish this. Okay, fast. Make sure you finish it well. And once you finish this way, you come this way. You can see we're working just in the inside loop, and you sew it and come this way. Take just that loop, sew it. So you can see that when I'm sewing this way, my hand goes down, and when I'm sewing this way, my hand comes up. There are many ways in sewing the stitches together. There are so many ways. This is one of the ways, and I really find this beautiful. And look at, I love this. This is going to be the front of my work, so you're going to choose which way you want it to be, and come and sew. And sew. Come here and sew. Okay. You can always pull that if you want, and look at what it gives us. This is really so beautiful. And one of the ways that you want to be very sure that you're sewing stitch into stitch, this is what you do. You just come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And go ahead, insert your stitch marker. Yes, this is going to help you to be sure what you're doing, because you can see that there's this chain one spaces. It kind of camouflages the stitches. So you just do it like this, and come this way, set your needle, and come here, set your needle, working just in that inside loop, just in the inside loop, just in the inside loop. Okay, so this is just how we are going to sew all our partners. The parts that need sewing, this is how we're going to be sewing them together. Yes, I so much love this. Yep, this is what we have. This is really so beautiful. This is going to be my right side, and this is what it looks from inside. See, so you can also choose which way is going to be. Yes, but if you're not changing colors, the truth is, if you're not changing colors, it will be prettier than this. That's just the truth, because we're not going to be seeing this, right? So just keep on sewing, and once you get here where we have the stitch marker for the sleeve, stop here and I'll meet you here, and we're going to continue our work. Okay, so keep on working. Good. Once that is done, what we want to do is we want to shape in that shoulder. Okay, so we're going to allow some space for the v-neck. You can see I've already inserted my stitch marker. Let me just tell you what I did. You're going to come here from this other end. You see this other end here, this is the part for the sleeve that is left. Okay, this is the part of this. We can as well just take off the stitch marker now, we have already done sewing. So this is the part for the sleeve that is left, and I've already given the measurement for this. Now let me give you the measurement for the shoulder part. So from here to here, you're going to allow 15 centimeters, right? And if you think this is smaller for you, just go ahead and increase. But this is a size S and the L and M also, I think. If you think yours is smaller, just go ahead and increase it, okay? Good. And once this is done, we are going to sew and stop here. And this part that we're going to allow here is going to help us create our polo neck, right? So you're going to do exactly on this other side also. Here also, I also have 15 centimeters. Let me show you. Here also have 15 centimeters, and this is the space I left. You see, this is going to help us create our beautiful neck here. And in here we have a total of 16 centimeters. You see, in here we have a total of 16 centimeters. So just go ahead and complete this. Go ahead and sew. You see, I use the same method, and this is what it gave me. But this time around, I sew it from inside. Okay, so you go ahead and sew. You can just turn your, before sewing on the shoulder part, turn your work and sew it from the wrong side. Okay, sew from the wrong side, and once you're done sewing, you're just going to turn it back and come, and we're going to continue our work. Okay, so go ahead and finish with the shoulder part. Good. Now once we are done sewing our shoulder, let's do some lining here before we come and work on this other side. Okay, so on this other top here, we don't want to allow it like this. It's a little bit rough, so come here, insert your hook, bring that here in front, go ahead and chain one, and into that same space you're going to be making a total of 2 single crochet. So yarn over and make a single crochet, make 2 single crochet into that space, and come into this other space and make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Okay, come into this other space, make 2 single crochet, come into this space and make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Come here and make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and yes, you're just going to repeat this. Okay, so just go ahead making 2 single crochet in each of those spaces. And once you're done with this, you can see it is really beautiful, right? This is so clean. This is better than allowing the way it was. It just helps to bring the work together. You can see it just brings everything together. Now let's make okay, once this is done, we are going to make 1 row of double crochet on this other side. Okay, make sure your work is facing the right side. So now we're going to start, and either you chain 1 2 3, okay, and start, or what I'll do is I'll come back into that same stage. What I'll do is I'll just do my crochet. I'll try to find that top. Good. And I go ahead and I make a single crochet, and I come in that back loop and insert my hook in that back loop, I yarn over and I make another single crochet. This is just what I taught you, right? And I think this is really more preferable than the chain 3. This is so good. And now we come in this chain 1 space, yarn over and make a double crochet in that chain 1 space, yarn over, come on that stitch and make a double crochet. On that double crochet, make a double crochet, yarn over, in that chain 1 space, make a double crochet, yarn over, on the double crochet, make a double crochet. And we're just going to repeat this process until we have a total of 11 double crochet, and I'll teach you how to create the buttonholes. Okay, so on this side we are creating our buttonholes, and make sure your work is on the right side, so keep on working. 11, 11. I have 11 stitches, and my number 11 stitch is on the double crochet. Okay, now we are going to create our buttonhole. This is for a lady, so the buttonhole needs to be on the right. If it's for a man, just do the opposite direction. And now you want to chain one, yarn over, skip this chain one space, and come on that double crochet and make a double crochet. This space in here is going to serve for our buttonhole, and this is one. You're going to work again until you have 11 double crochet. Good. And here we are. After our first buttonhole, we still have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. This is number 11, and you can see that number 11 is on the double crochet. Okay, now go ahead, you chain one and skip this chain one space, yarn over, and come on the double crochet, and make a double crochet. Okay, yarn over, and you're just going to keep on repeating this. Once you work, you have 11 stitches. You go ahead and you create just a space like this for the button. Now let me teach you how you're going to start this other side. But on this other side, because we want the work to face us straight, so instead of starting from the bottom here, we are going to start on the top here. So let me just show you that at once. So you're going to come here. On this top, we have the top here. Insert your hook there. Insert your hook on the top of that stitch. And go ahead and attach your yarn. Oops. Set to be hard. Good. Attach your yarn, bring that tail in front. Go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And this chain 3 is going to stand for our first double crochet. Come into that chain 1 space and make a double crochet. Yarn over, come on the double crochet and make a double crochet. Yarn over and come into this chain 1 space and make a double crochet. And make a double crochet. Okay, so just go ahead and make this to the end, and I'll meet you. We're going to work those sleeves. Okay, and this is so beautiful. See, it has to face front, and after this we're going to work on the sleeves here, so keep on working. Okay, right now let me teach you how to make the sleeves. Up to now you still have something like a first, so let's do this. So you want to come here in this last stitch on this other side. Okay, this first stitch, last stitch. Insert your hook and connect your yarn. Bring that to the front, and you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I guess you understand why you chain 4, right? The chain 4 is 1 double crochet and a chain 1 space. So yarn over and come into that double crochet and make a double crochet. Chain 1, yarn over, and come on that double crochet and make a double crochet. Chain 1. Good. So you're just going to repeat the pattern, go all through. Just repeat the pattern all through, and I'll meet you at this end here to show you how you're going to close this row and start the next row. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, once you come to the end of this row, I've already chain 1. So you just come, you can see where we did the chain 4, right? 1 2 3, and the top of that chain 3, insert your hook. It's a little bit hard. Insert your hook on top of that chain and make a slip stitch. Good. And this is how we complete row number 1, and this is what it looks like. We're going to begin row number 2. To begin row number 2, always turn your work so that you have the same effect as the body. Okay, so turn your work, and you always start the same way. Go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, you know the chain 4 is for 1 double crochet and a chain 1 space, and yarn over and come here and you just make your double crochet. And yes, we're just going to repeat the pattern. Okay, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, yes, and just repeat this and you have the length that you desire. Okay, this is really very optional. For me, I did a total of let me give you a measurement from the under hole here, from the under, yep, under the armpit here. It measures, yeah, 15 centimeters. So the length, for me, my length measures 15 centimeters. So you can either make it to, you can choose to make it like longer or shorter. It really depends on you. And I did a total of 18. Yes, I have a total of 18 rows here. So just go ahead and do what pleases you. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, right now let's work on the collar here. I ended up doing here a total of 19 double crochet and a buttonhole, 19 double crochet instead of 11. I thought of 19 because I think 11 was just too small. Yeah, so okay, now let's do this. This is where we did the last double crochet. This is where we did the last. You see, this is where we did the lining on this other side. Just allow this alone and come inside this chain one space and insert your hook here in this chain one space. Okay, so in here, the chain one space, insert your hook there. I'm really so sorry for that color. This is a client choice, so I'm so sorry for that. So insert your hook and oops. Now chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 represents our first double crochet. Yarn over, and into that space you're going to make one more double crochet. Okay, yarn over, come into this other space and make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Yarn over, come into the next space and make 2 double crochet. Yes, and this is the only thing that we're going to make. Okay, 2 double crochet here. And once we get here, you can see where we did the joining, right? On this side do 2, on this side to make 2. So come on this other side and make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2, and come on this other side and make 2 double crochet. And yes, you just repeat this. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this all through, and I'll meet you at this other end here. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, so this is what we have so far, so just keep on working. And once you get here, you want to make 2 double crochet in that space. And of course, just allow this alone, and at the end of row number 1 your work should look like this. Now let's begin row number 2. You want to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and from here we're going to be making some increases, and this chain 3 of course represents our first double crochet. So turn your work and come back into that same space and make 1 more double crochet. Okay, 1 more double crochet. So this gives us an increase, and into the next stitch just make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch make only 1 double crochet. Okay, into the next stitch only 1 double crochet, and you're going to repeat this. I'll meet you at the end of this row. So this is what we have. Okay, here we are at the end of row number 2. Here you can see that chain 3. So on the top of that chain 3 go and make 2 double crochet. So we're going to make 2 double crochet there. So we have, okay, make 2 double crochet. This is 1, and make the second, make 2. Good. And this is how we complete row number 2. Now let's begin row number 3. Always start the same way, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and of course in that same space you're going to make one more double crochet, and into the next stitch, and into the next stitch make one double crochet, and into the next stitch make one double crochet. So yes, we're just going to repeat this all through a color, and once you get here at the end here, you also make an increase, and from here you can choose to stop here with the increases, or if you want more, you want it to be more wider, if you want it to be wider, go ahead and increase the increases, but if you think this is okay for you, you can just stop here. Okay, so keep on working, and together we're going to see the number of rows that we ended up doing at the end of this tutorial. So I think this is just the last part of our work, so let's do this. Okay, here we have completed a color, and we did a total of 7 rows, and the 7 rows measures 5 centimeters, and this is what it looks like. Very beautiful. Now I went ahead and inserted my buttons, and if you don't know how to insert buttons on a crochet dress, I have a free tutorial on my YouTube channel where I teach you how to do that on a crochet shirt, also a granny shirt, and I'll be leaving the link to that crochet tutorial in my description box below. So after this, check my description box below, and you have the tutorial, and you can also see the image also of that tutorial just here on your screen. Yes, and I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you so very much for liking and sharing my tutorials. I see my tutorials being watched on WhatsApp and Facebook. It's great thanks to you, and I'm so grateful. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe, and instead subscribe, always turn on the notification button so you don't miss any of my tutorials. And I want to say a big thank you to all of my members. Thank you for your monthly support. God bless you. Now if you want to join our membership program, there's a link in my description box below. Join the link, and we have a massive project coming just for members, and you don't want to miss it. And yes, I'm meeting the next tutorial. Write in the comment section below what you want to work on next time. And if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. I'll meet you in the next tutorial. God bless you and prosper the work of your hands. Shalom.